with me.
And hello again, everybody, and welcome to another titillating episode of Tales from the Crawl Space. I, of course, am your lovely host, Brad Harvey, and I want to start off by apologizing for the way I smell. If you get on here, you're probably going to smell me. It's been a long, hot day. I just got in from a real barn burner of a day, and hadn't had a chance to freshen up yet. So, you know, I haven't got my poonsie yet either. So, yeah. Oh, Jack's over there. Oh, man, yeah, it's bad. It's bad. It's
but
bad.
He said titillating.
I did titillating. So, and with me as always is the weirder half of the duo that's with us tonight is Jack Starry. Jack, how you doing, my man?
Doing good, my friend. How are you?
I'm tired. I stink like a goat, and I'm sweaty, and my balls itch, and then I got piles.
But you're getting Bynum's this evening, so
I am. So everything's good. You know, it's like I told you. It's like, man, if it wasn't for the fact that William the Merciful was buying me a prime rib dinner tonight, I'd bitch slap him for that schedule he gave me today. Man. But now, so yeah, we're looking forward to a nice dinner at Bynum's Steakhouse, famous for their incredibly thick prime rib, and so yeah,
it's thicker than a Snicker.
It's thicker than J-Lo's ass.
Damn, yes, it is.
That's right. Yeah,
both of which I would eat.
That's right. Oh, yeah. There you go. It's like Jack's face is like an old dessert jingle. There's always room for J-Lo. But okay, Jack, I want to introduce somebody really special today, and he's sitting right next to you, and he's young, he's personable. You know him, you love him, and you may not have seen him, but God damn it, if you've been around here, you've heard him and heard him a lot. He is the voice of Tales from the Crawl Space's intros and ads and everything, and also does work for Pestrogen. I love this kid. Yeah, my God. JT Starry. JT, at last, welcome to the show.
What up, bitches?
JT in the house.
I'm finally here.
Mm-hmm.
How y'all doing?
Yeah, we should have just called this episode It's About Fucking Time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That in the description.
Now, you know, technically, you've been on every show.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So.
On every single one.
Yes,
right.
the voice, of course, and it's the voice that I wish I had, but I don't. So but the face matches the voice. I don't know if the rug matches the drapes, but we won't get into that. But anyway, JT, man, it's a thrill to have you on, my man.
Oh, thank you so much. I've been wanting to be on this show for a while, man. Like this is like I don't even know what to say. This is just exciting, just pure. Awesome, pure condensed awesome right now.
I love a good fanboy. It's awesome. But hey, he's no longer a fanboy. On the 24th, he will become a fan man.
Fan mad.
There's
a big old thick steak. Get ready to go on the grill for him tomorrow. His godfather's here relaxing in the house. We're sitting in the garage in my little man cave bar area.
Yeah.
And we're just sitting here taking it easy and looking forward to the show. We're doing it a bit early today because there's a steakhouse calling Brad's name after he knocks the stank off of him.
Man,
that ain't no lies detected. I don't know, man. I may not shower and sit next to Bill for the schedule.
Hey, serves him right.
Yeah, that's right. I'll be like putting my arm around him and everything. How you doing there, buddy?
Yeah. Little bit of fragrance,
little wafting. It's like sorry, this horseradish is no good. No, it's not horseradish.
my poons went sour. That's what happened.
Went sour. Yeah, I could have really used that poonsie today, but I don't know when I would have had time to drop enough trout to take care of it. Mario is in the house.
Mario
Filippi. Man, there's a hell of a guy. Mario, we'll be talking to you soon. Trust me.
Oh yeah, we're looking to. Didn't you say you found somebody in South Africa that was?
I have not reached out to this dude yet, but I will definitely do that because we are talking about an international episode coming up, and I think JT should be on that too and just use his Russian voice.
Use his Russian
voice. That my favorite of all time intros.
Scottish.
That's Scottish. Yes. But see, you've got a little Scotsman in you already, so that's it's. But anyway, that's my favorite. One of my favorite, if not my favorite intro, was the PCHD bunker intro. When we recorded in the dank suicide gray colored walls that were the Scarlet Letter office, and so. But yeah, that was probably my favorite. So yeah, that was really awesome.
Very
And
nice to meet you, Mario.
yeah, absolutely. Mario's a hell of a guy.
He is.
He
One of my favorite cheese bags for sure.
Absolutely. Yeah. I've got, I've
just want to ask Mr. Mario, where's Luigi?
I don't know if he'll get that reference.
He might. I don't know.
Mario's from Brazil.
Yeah, Mario brother. Mario's our brother, so
He had to kill scorpions. He had to deal with down in Brazil for pest control. I'll be like, I don't fucking know. Oh, Tyler.
Tyler Mack. What's going on, man? What's up, T Mac?
Tyler McElvain. Good to see you, buddy.
It's important. Thank you very much. As he said, I'm gonna be a fan man.
Fan man. We'll get him a T-shirt, the big F.
and all my voice next time is just gonna be.
He'll wake up on the 24th and go, "Hey, everybody."
He's doing Peter Brady on us. Time to change.
I could pull up George Takei if I had the vocal range.
What's that?
Oh my!
Pull up George Takei.
Oh, George Takei. Oh my!
Pastrogen's in.
Pastrogen's in the house. Yeah, she's at the zoo with her family. Had to poop in and say hello to JT and her favorite guys, us.
Hello.
Oh man. Oh, Tyler's at the doctor. JT, enough of us. Tell us a little about yourself.
Well, I am JT. I was elected president of Yugoslavia, I think, around 2007. But I think I ruled shortly but firmly.
Yeah. That was after the fall of Tito.
Yeah, that was after the fall of Tito. We don't talk about that. But yeah, all jokes aside,
he made a hell of a vodka, though.
Yeah, Mr. Beverage. They call him John Beverage. In all seriousness, I am a voice actor, singer, artist, doer of things, and lover of music. And also, I don't even know what else to say. I just make art and just do shit for the sake of it.
You know what? If you don't do shit for the sake of it, what the fuck? What the fuck are you doing it for?
What's the point? What's the point? I mean,
yes,
I'll probably money, but
yeah. Every time I rip ass, it's for fart's sake. So
for fart's sake, rip ass. I'm
ass
tonight.
Rip ass for folks' sake.
Damn, Tyler, you gotta stop fucking yourself up. How you supposed to work with a fucked up ankle?
Really? Who do you think you are? Me?
Yeah, don't pull a Brad.
Oh God, man. Yeah, I am so fucking out of practice. I blame most of my misery today on the fact that I'm just out of practice.
You were a scene of cascading failures.
Wasn't I?
I mean, if possible, Tyler could become a contortionist if there's even more bad stuff on him.
That's true. Yeah. Yeah. So take it from the bad uncle. Do something about that bad ankle.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. So.
Or maybe just remove your bones. You could just remove your bones. You don't need them.
You'd fit in crawl spaces better.
That's right. Yeah. You just get you a name tag for your uniform that says Gumby. Damn it.
Tyler says day off, brother. Okay, enjoy.
He's got a point there.
Yes,
especially on a Friday. So
that ain't
no lie.
3-day
weekend.
Yeah. Perfect. Yeah, I had an enjoyable time being the human pinball today. It's like East Side, West Side, East Side, West Side.
Oh my God! Come on, Bill. You know the town. You know your own damn town, Bill. What the hell?
That's just it. I know exactly what happened. There was some scheduling issues that needed to be addressed that transpired over the last couple of weeks, but they're handled, and hopefully they're all handled today. So we don't have to do too much. I had a really lovely exterior treatment today, which was this huge area. It's the old Western Electric building where they used to make. You remember the old phones that would sit on a desk and they were so heavy that you could kill a man with them, right?
The ones made of Bakelite or something.
Bakelite, yeah, the Bakelite phones, the rotary dial shit that had the heavy metal thing. They weighed about 6 pounds, and you can fucking take a dude out with it.
They're actually weapons, old murder mysteries.
People of JT's genre and age have no idea the complete satisfaction you get when you're on a pissed off at somebody on the phone, and you can just slam that receiver down until the whole base just clang fucking rings, man.
You can do that with the foldable phones, like fuck you, goodbye, click. Just
it costs like $1,000. I'm not slamming this.
Oh yeah, the flip phones. I used to have this flip phone. When I get pissed off with something, it'd be like, you go fuck yourself, and then just go, and then it go floop, like a switchblade.
That was like the new Samsung foldable phones.
All right. See it on the little tiny screen what the number was. I'd be like, fuck.
You did mention those other phones are really resilient, right? Like,
yes, they are resilient.
Like there's like a thing on like the internet where like Nokia phones can like withstand tank blasts.
Oh, the Nokia phone,
the Nokia 910 or something like that.
That shit is indestructible.
I had a 910, and that is absolutely true.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah, those things. Cockroaches will be using them after the nuclear holocaust.
I had one when
to call each other.
Order pizza. That thing fell in wet concrete and worked just fine.
Oh yeah, I've dropped it. I dropped it in an atrium in an office building from 2 stories up, and it bounced off. To my credit, it bounced off the sofa that was down in the lobby, but it bounced off and went up about 3 feet, and then hit the marble, and it still worked. So.
I remember. I'm maybe remembering something wrong, but didn't they drop a bomb on one to test to see if it still worked?
I don't know.
I would not be surprised.
Because I remember seeing an image of just an absolutely fried Nokia phone with the screen still on, and I remember. I thought like, oh shit, they dropped a bomb on that thing.
But like, I think that was an Adam and Jamie thing. You know?
Imagine we could have stopped. We don't need all these like aerial like defense guns. Just throw Nokia at it.
Nokia.
You're absolutely right.
If you drop like people say, if you drop a golf ball from space, the stuff will be catastrophic. Imagine the shit that would happen if you drop a Nokia from space.
Ooh, it would go right through someone.
Velocity with the Nokia.
It would go completely through someone. That would be cool as hell. As long as it wasn't me.
People said about pennies off the Empire State Building. They said it would like go right through somebody.
Oh god.
Yeah.
It would be like a Mortal Kombat fatality with a Nokia. Like
I just had a really bad thing I thought of, and if I remember after the show, I'll tell you about it. It is not for the show.
Fair enough.
It does involve a penny and a person, but
I gotta find there's a post I put up, and Candace wanted to say something to JT. I wanted to make sure that he heard that.
Candace the Nord?
Yes, the Nord. The people that are Nord as fuck.
The Nord as fuck.
Candace, the one that you're going to be on the show, said, I'm not sure if I'll make it to the live, so just in case. JT, you're an awesome person. The talent I have heard from you is just amazing. As half of the Pastor Jim podcast, I'd like to thank you for our opener and the special one you did for us for the crossover episode with Tales from the Crawl Space. It was very cool. Keep up the good work and let those talents fly.
Oh, thank you so much.
Absolutely.
Candace. You are a pleasure to work with.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. He does a lot of work for our more vaginal podcast, Pestrogen podcast.
Yes,
vaginal. So yeah. Some people would call us vaginas, but yeah, it's okay. Yeah.
Well, I've been called a pussy, but I think it was a whole different context.
Yeah, that's true. So JT, what else do you like to do besides voiceovers and whatnot? What does the day in the life of JT Starry look like?
Honestly, I like voice chatting with my friends a lot. I like to play games sometimes. I play a lot of this game called Ultra Kill. I don't know if you know this, but Dad.
I've heard of it. I'm not a gamer, but I've heard of it.
Dad here played a lot of Doom.
Yeah, back in the day.
Doom was fucking bomb, man.
Ultra Kill is like that, but fast. You play like a robot, and like you can do slides and wall jumps and shit. You can like switch between weapons really fast. The only way you can heal in the game isn't by health packs. It's by soaking in the blood of your enemies.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
Awesome. It is
serious,
so fun.
Serious vertigo.
See, Doom was my thing. I peaked at DOS. I mean, that was it. After that, I was like, oh, what's this? Ooh, social media. What is this? What is this
AOL.
email thing?
You got mail.
You got
Yeah,
mail.
you
I
got mail.
Oh my God! And then someone pick up the phone upstairs. You're like, hang up the phone. 'Cause it's
Oh,
like
Emily, my daughter Mo, she'd be like, "God damn it, Dad!"
That doesn't happen anymore.
You just keep on getting those discs, the CD-ROMs in the mail, and keep getting free AOL as long you just collect them and keep doing the free thing.
Yeah, most of the AOL CDs that I got ended up on a string out in my garden to chase the birds away.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were highly effective at that. And,
they are. They little spin around on a piece of fishing line and reflector light and everything. Yeah.
Oh yeah, and I also learned that if you take it, that was when I learned that if you take a CD and you bend it to the point where it breaks, you want to go the opposite direction because it'll leave a mark. No, it'll embed itself. A piece of it will embed itself into your face.
Snap.
Which is that's why I wear a beard. Because all those stupid mistakes I made in my youth, man, it necessitates the use of a beard to cover it up.
My sister found out that if you call to cancel AOL, what happens is well, can we give you another 30 days? Would you be interested in that? And my sister just kept on doing that. I don't think like 5 years she ever paid for it.
Nice. And that's what I used to, they caught on to me a lot on a lot of cable, cell phone, TV, internet, shit like that. I'd always be like, all right, my agreement's up. What are you going to do to keep me loyal? Well, yeah, Mr. Harvey, we'll do this, 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 and this. And after a while, they were like, we're not doing a fucking thing, dude. I'm like,
you said that shit last time.
Yeah, exactly. What are you going to do to keep me loyal? I don't give a fuck. We got 82 million customers. We don't need your loyalty.
Right.
It's like, okay.
Right. That's how they treat you, for sure.
That's right. Yeah.
But right now, I know JT is. I'm going to throw this out here. He's starting a book, doing some writing. To me, it seems a bit like it's like a cross between Little Red Riding Hood and Needful Things from Stephen King.
Yes, it is.
So it's actually really good. I'm excited about it.
Yeah, it's called A Pact in Red, and it's about the Thorne family and their daughter Riley going to this town in Alaska, completely secluded, not on any maps.
Mm-hmm.
And they move into this big cabin, and the town starts acting weird, and there's hints of something in the woods lurking and watching the family, and shit will get gory. I'll just tell you that.
Ooh, nice. Cannot wait to check it out.
Oh yeah, I've got like 5 chapters out on AOL. So no, sorry, AO3. Sorry.
So, I gotta say, if I could gush on you just a little bit more, you were an incredible talent, not just in voiceovers, but I have heard several of your recordings of popular songs and tunes and things like that. A couple of I think I've heard maybe one of your original pieces, but you have a unique voice in which you can modify it to the point where it sounds a bit like the original artist, but it still has that JT flavor to it, and I think that's incredible.
I think someone on SoundCloud, when I posted my music there, someone said I sounded like Paul McCartney when I sang.
Paul McCartney.
And I mean, I feel honored because I was compared to a legend.
What song was that?
I think it was the "Fly Me to the Moon" one.
Okay.
I was singing,
I see that.
"Fly Me to the Moon." That one cover really holds a close place in my heart.
The one that you made for your old man there. For what was this? Your birthday?
Yep.
Yeah. You
stay away.
Yeah. It's like. I mean, I was like, man, he sounds a lot like Jerry Cantrell.
Yeah, I listen to that at least once a week. I
bet you do, man. It is freaking fantastic. So those of you that don't know, JT made a special cut for his dad of "Stay Away" from Alice in Chains.
Yeah,
that was awesome.
Yeah,
fucking awesome. And I'm not a big Coldplay fan, but your Clocks is really good too. That was really good. And JT, I have a special project for you. Yes.
Yep.
Yes. Yep. Tool.
Ooh,
You like Tool?
I am an occasional listener.
An occasional listener to Tool is life to me. Okay,
Tool.
Like, I know it's weird. A 60-year-old man saying I love Tool, but a 60-year-old heterosexual man saying I love Tool. But anyway, yeah. So I've got some lyrics I'd like you to check out.
I mean, Tool is I like their work with time signatures. I like a lot of because I listen to a lot of like some of my favorite rock is Argentinian prog rock, and I'm a fan of Charlie Garcia and Luis Alberto Spinetta. Absolute legend. I absolutely love Argentinian prog rock. Just
okay. I'm because I know I'm going to forget that. So because I've never heard of Argentinian prog rock, and I got to check this out. So
yeah, it's great. I hope I'm not pissing off any Brazilians in the chat by mentioning Argentina. Yeah,
is Argentina like Kentucky to Brazilians or something?
They're football rivals. Like
I got you.
They kick each other's ass all the time.
Yeah,
well, you know what? Mario's an awesome guy. I think he'll let it slide. Maybe.
I'm sorry, Mario.
Yes. I know it's a little early in the show, but you can go ahead and shamelessly plug yourself.
I make music on 6 Foot Stump, and I do voice acting commissions on JT Starry VO on Facebook, and I accept Venmo and PayPal. And I also am working on my own production group for further creative projects called Whole Prod. So I'm going to be writing a bunch of stories and doing a bunch of other big creative projects once I really set up the whole social stuff on Whole Prod. And I'm going to be releasing a Whole Prod Direct, which is like, if you ever heard of Nintendo Direct, they like do news on like games and stuff. It's going to be like news for like what projects I'm working on, what this is, what that is, and who we are. And the first episode is underway.
Okay. And some of the work that you are doing, as far as your musical productions and things like that, what are some of the biggest challenges that you find yourself facing?
Motivation. It's because I find myself like when I'm in the flow of something, I'll honestly be in the flow of doing it for like a few days. But my brain sometimes, like when I'm like got so far in, is like, no, let's do another thing. It's very like heat of the moment kind of thing. It's like I was like, okay, yeah, I'm getting the jive here, and then it's like, nope, fuck off. And then my brain just does another thing. Like the motto of an artist, as stated by the wonderful Andrew Huang: let's ignore all my ongoing projects and start a new one.
Yeah, exactly. But do you find yourself going back to the majority of them to pick at them a little more down the road and stuff, so they're not just laying there getting all dusty and molded over? And
sometimes, like I don't really do. I sometimes do notes, but I don't. Fuck Argentina.
Yeah.
What? Fuck Argentina. Bravo, Mario.
We love you, Mario.
We love you, Mario.
If I'm correct, Sepultura is from Brazil, aren't they, Mario? Because that's my shit.
Yeah. That is really good. They're like the guys that the Roots album, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Roots, Bloody Roots.
Great album.
Yeah,
man. Yeah, I love the album La Grasa de las Capitales and Pepperina.
Yeah, I'd like that with cheese, please.
Like that with cheese and a side of salsa.
Yes, and some queso fresco.
Yes, and some of that queso.
Queso.
Yeah. For our Northwoods friends. Yes, I like some tacos.
Put some jalapenos on there.
Yeah, that's right. Put some jalapenos on there. Give me one of them there goddamn chalupas.
Give me some damn tacos, would you?
Oh God, I love Mario. He's so awesome.
He's awesome.
I will. What was it? Where was I?
About getting distracted and going to something else and stuff.
Ironically enough.
about this. We're talking about this right here.
Yeah, ironic. So what I usually like, I don't really do notes. I do notes sometimes, but what I like to do is I have a more hands-on approach with them. instead of just like, I'll write down an idea, I like to have something hands-on that I can modify later on. So like I have the basic idea of something first.
Right.
I saw a phrase and I stick by this to my life. It's make it exist first, make it good later. So
that's profound as fuck, man.
Because you wanna like have something like the basics down. Like you have a beat, you have a melody, and you have like, or you just have like some really shitty draft of a book. You refine it later on. You go back and like, okay,
but the idea is there.
The idea is there. You have the idea down. Now all you need to do is make it better. You refine it over time. And my uncle Sean, we were just talking earlier. We were talking about like writing, and he gave me a great tip that I will from now on use. When I am imagining like the story, like what chapters I want to do. I'm doing this for Packed and Red. What I'm going to do is I'm going to close my eyes and just let the movie play out in my head, like what the characters would do in the situation and how you feel they would do, and let the characters basically act out everything in your head, and then just like, oh shit, and then write it down. Write down what you see.
Right.
It's
very
awesome.
good. Yeah.
That's a very good piece.
Do you have a muse? A central tenet, a central thought, somebody, somebody that your brain goes to in order to help you focus, develop something, or whatever.
Do you mean like something like
I mean like a muse, JT.
A lot of things give me inspiration. Every atom of this earth gives me inspiration, but I usually like write stories like inspired by songs. I write things inspired by other stories. Like I also write things inspired by just mostly music. Because whenever I listen to a song, something like plays out in my head. Like when you listen to like a really dope ass metal song or like some rock, and then like a movie just plays out in your head like a music video, your own personal
That's One of These Days by Pink Floyd for me.
Yeah.
One of these days, man. Yeah.
I think
when it gets to the bridge, I'm just like, my brain just melts, right? And I'm just like, and then it's like, and then Gilmore gets back on the slide. Wow. Dude, Brit Floyd.
Something I really
flawlessly.
Yes. Something forward to that.
Something I really like in like songs and storytelling is like contrasting moods. Is like you could have like this really calm sounding song and then just shit just going completely wrong in the background. Like imagine we'll meet again, don't know where, don't know when, and there's like a city just on fire, and like some survivor just with half an arm, just like
the dichotomy of it.
Dichotomy, yes.
Does anybody here remember Vera Lynn?
Oh yeah.
Yep. Does anybody here remember Vera Lynn?
I remember like "We'll Meet Again" was a big like themes like song that was used in the TV show Gravity Falls. If anyone's ever heard of that. Oh man, Bill Cipher, fantastic villain.
I was exposed to that song through the movie Dr. Strangelove, How I've Learned to Stop Worrying and Love the Bomb. Peter Sellers. Stanley Kubrick, Peter Sellers. Oh, brilliant fucking movie. Have you ever seen it, JT?
I have not, but I've seen references to it.
Okay.
I know the movie.
It is worth a watch.
Yeah, I know.
Absolutely.
Was it Slim Pickens on the bomb? Like just like riding the bomb? Like wait, I remember. No, who was on the bomb riding it? Like
Slim Pickens. Wee-hoo!
That was
Slim Pickens, and to think he was overlooked by the Academy.
That man reached back to decades before he was born to pull that one out. That's pretty good.
Hell yeah, man.
That is how I want to go out.
Riding the bomb. That poor fuck. That son of a bitch didn't feel a damn thing.
That made me think of like the Despicable Me 2, how El Macho died. Like shark and like missile volcano. I can't remember exactly how it was, but it involved a shark, a missile, and a volcano, and somehow he faked his death and survived in the movie.
Uh-huh.
I want church with freaking laser beams on the
Dogs with laser beams.
Dr. Evil ass Jeff. Yeah.
One of our finest moments on the podcast.
I figured I kind of want to just come and go at the same time. That's what I want to do.
Yeah.
I figured my ending is going to involve the penis somehow.
Mm-hmm.
Did that, Candace? That's at 30 minutes exactly. I said penis.
Yeah, right at the 30-minute mark, Candace. Candace with a K.
Speaking of, we definitely got to get the other Candace back on too, because I loved having
Candace
her
with
on
a C.
opener.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yep. Robo hand.
Well, yeah, whatever works.
That's right. Yeah.
Building back better is what she's doing.
That's right. Home with the bionic handy. God, I love her. She's awesome.
Be careful, you'll rip the penis off.
That's right.
My dad has one of those like spatulas that like have like the like cook multiple hot dogs at once. And like I thought I was thinking like,
why am I not
oh
surprised?
my God, Dad, you've got the cock wrench.
Yeah, it's the Afghani cock wrench.
Afghani cock wrench, yeah.
Yeah. But anyway, what do you JT, I know you're still 4 days away from the big 2-1, and you know, at the risk of maybe spouting anything, you know, that maybe not. Yeah. What are you drinking tonight?
I know. Sweet tea.
Sweet tea. All right. I too have sweet tea.
Yeah. And I can't do caffeine that much because I'm a bit of a pussy with it. So
I got you.
I like. That got me some decaf.
You seem to be the type of energetic individual that I think caffeine would be a detriment to you. Actually, it's like I would feel like blood running out of your ears or something. You know. Anyway. I want to put a plug out to my lovely bride Ellen. She texted me this morning. And it was just a text. She goes, "It's a big bottle, but will you drink this?" And I'm like, "What the fuck is she talking about?" Right? And I was, you know, she was in a bad spot, bad bar spot. I was in a bad spot. She was at the store basically, and I thought she goes, "It's like a 2-liter bottle," and I was like, I thought she was talking like some sort of carbonated beverage or something like that. No, what was she talking about? She's talking about this right here. Ezra Brooks 99 proof Kentucky straight bourbon whiskey.
Oh dang.
I've never had it before, but I'm having it tonight, and it was a steal at $32. It's actually like a 1.75, I believe. It's about the same price point. Yeah, it's 1.75. It's not the same price point as my retirement bourbon. And it's actually not bad. My first hit of it, it was a little bit. I thought it was a little bit earthy. I'm gonna kind of take it easy because I want to make sure I have room for prime rib. But
now, boys and girls, she said earthy, not girthy, so there's a difference.
Earthy and girthy. I don't know. This bottle's pretty girthy.
It's musty.
or maybe not so much. It's
like
one for the pink, one for the stink.
But you want the freaks, and you can switch it around.
Hey, question: what end would hurt more if you put it up there?
I would have to say this one.
Yeah.
Because this one, the diameter. It's all about diameter, I guess.
So me and JT had an argument going on in the middle of the mall. Which would be worse, sticking a pine cone in at the part where it attaches to the tree first, so you get it with the cones going down, and then having to pull it out with getting jabbed that way, or would it be worse to do it where you're getting jab going in and pulling it out where the cone kind of lay down? So I guess it's kind of a damned if you do and damned if you don't situation.
Let's talk a little bit about those little spikes on the end of every lobe on a pine cone. I would say you're going to be hurting either way. It's going to hurt going in and going out. If the pine cone is closed, it's like a cucumber before you scrub it. Yeah.
We actually had an answer for that.
I think.
Yeah, we were sitting on those massage chairs in the mall and asking ChatGPT.
I think it said the flat end. Like it would be better going in.
That's what she said.
Okay.
So tell me about that bourbon. You didn't say how you like it or how the flavors. You haven't fleshed it out for us.
Well, that's because the first hit I had just gotten home. I was bitter. I was tired, surly. But after a couple more sips of it, it's kind of smoothed out. And it's not as hot as the Evan Williams Bottled and Bond, which is everybody knows is my retirement bourbon.
Right.
It's a bit smoother. It is charcoal mellowed, which kind of surprises me for a bourbon because I don't think bourbon is supposed to be charcoal mellowed. That's more of a Tennessee whiskey, Jack Daniels type thing. I don't know. I'm not a bourbon snob. I may sound like one sometimes, but I'm really not. But it's actually something I enjoy. She got it on sale, so I don't think it's going to be that price all the time. So I'll probably go back to my retirement bourbon at another time. But I am, as always, I am chasing it down with a bit of sweet tea in my Tony Spangler tumbler from SpanglerArt.com.
Go,
everybody! Let's talk a little bit about JT. Tell us about the one that you're holding. I think it's your dad's.
At military school, Fork Union. And
Uh-huh.
got some sweet tea in here, decaf.
I have sweet tea full calf.
Okay.
No
You're
cap.
braver than I.
No cap, full calf. Yep. And of course we have the girthy and veiny Panis that our beloved,
look at that Panis right there.
our extremely beautiful host of Pesters and Podcasts from the Great Northwest is holding, Candace Nordquist. And of course there's Jack Starry looking like Jack Black in that one.
But there are only 2 of these in existence, right?
There are. And unlike my other favorite one,
I would say that Panis looks more like something out of Bad Dragon.
it does that. Well, I don't know. It's not as lumpy as a Bad Dragon.
Yeah.
Bad Dragon's got that pointy tip, and they're like, don't ask me how I know this, but it's kind of got that. It's kind of got that flare in the middle. But anyway, I digress. But yeah, there's only 2 of those in existence. Were there 3 or 4 of these?
Yep.
That girl right there, Paula Benedict, First Lady of Pest Control Humor Depot, my favorite group. Let's talk a little bit about the construction of these wonderful tumblers.
Oh yes.
Okay, you see that right there? It looks like you're looking into infinity, and you are, because actually this is double-walled stainless steel, and this is going to keep your hot shit hot and your cold shit cold. I have
McDLT of beverages.
It is the McDLT of beverages. Hot stays hot, cold stays cold. And this dude, I'm telling you, 2 days. I will have put ice in this thing. On a Friday, Sunday, I'm still chewing on ice, and of course, when I get a little bit tipsy, I have to worry about things. But we do have the rubber bottom here as well. This is a delicious vulcanized rubber bottom here, and our friends in Canada like to lick it, and so
the bottom, just like J-Lo, just imagine being J-Lo.
Just like J-Lo, yeah. I've seen Rodney jut his tongue out on one of these on more than one occasion. Greetings up there in Nova Scotia.
Nova Scotia.
Nova Scotia. And of course we got the beloved First Lady on there, Paula Benedict. But look at these graphics. I mean, Cheese Bag Nation. I mean, it's clear as day. This is one of the first ones I'd ever received. And it's been through sink after sink of hot soapy water, and the design never fails. So we've talked about the construction. We've talked about the insulating power. Let's talk about the most important thing that comes with a Tony Spangler tumbler from SpanglerArt.com. And that is, of course...
Oh, boy.
Yes, the stainless surgical steel urethral sounding rod. This is probably one of the most important medical devices that's ever been made in the history of medicine. We have a finely machined tip here, as you can see. I'm gonna bring it a little closer there. You see how it gleams. I mean, it's just so finely finished. I mean, the artisans that make these things they are meticulous in their milling and polishing of these things, which is important because once you get it into that ever sensitive area there in your urethra, you're gonna want smooth insertion and withdrawal, and this brings it to you. The end of it is knurled. Is it? No, it's burnished. to where you don't have any sharp edges except where you need them, right at the point, and that's going to blast through any of that scar tissue that you may have. So I mean, it is just a miracle of medical science that comes with every Tony Spangler tumbler. So
I would like to say I recommend using a tuning fork to have it resonate with a different frequencies, like if you want.
Yeah, if you want to take your sounding rod to an actual level of sounding, yes, that's exactly what we need to do. So I mean, I'm telling you what, this thing has it all for the stunning graphics, the insulating prowess of this thing, the non-slip rubber bottom, and of course the medical device that comes with every one of these. There's only one place to go, folks.
If you got the road needs, reach for Tony's steel, reach for sounding rod.
You know, the best part about this episode is I don't have to sit here and go, let's talk about JT, because that's what we've been doing.
Because I'm right here
the whole fucking time. Exactly. And gosh, it's
Mr. Scotty.
Mr. Scotty.
Wish you says nice family show and happy birthday from your
JT,
buddy.
from your buddy Scotty. Yeah.
Very early.
JT, did you actually do you know how many buddies you have right now? You've got thousands of buddies. At least 14. That's how many listeners we have. But, anyway, yeah, it's I don't know what else to say. So Jack, help me out here.
I'll tell you, we got some good plans for him this weekend. I got some nice thick steaks, and we're going to get the grill fired up tomorrow and get the music going and some manly beverages.
Beverages of man. I want a picture of your first toast as a man.
Man juice.
That just sounds weird.
I know.
That's like good boy gravy.
That's a party.
We got. I mean. Did you get the tap? We got to milk them.
Yikes!
I have nipples too, Greg.
My favorite thing.
He's one of the few people in the world that can creep me out because it's coming from my son. So
that is a tad awkward now that you mention it. Oh my goodness! But anyway, oh God, I'm sitting here looking at myself in the monitor. I need to get to the barber. I've got to do something about this beard.
So hairy.
Yeah, I'm here suit.
So you're going to be working on our intro for because we're going to be doing asshole bosses. You want to do asshole bosses next week?
I thought we were going to do asshole realtors, but we could do asshole bosses.
Okay, I knew we had that one in the pipeline. I thought we talked about bosses prior, but
we're gonna need to shake the trees for the realtor one. Asshole bosses, that's low hanging fruit.
Hey, I'm completely fine with no low hanging fruit. So
that's right. Yeah, the older I get, the lower my fruit hangs. So
I did make an intro for asshole bosses, but I have yet to revise it because we were.
Oh, you do have an asshole bosses? Bring it. We'll do asshole bosses.
Mm-hmm. So everybody, we know this can be completely anonymous if you've got a story about an asshole boss that you currently work for.
Mm-hmm.
But
I want to throw it out real quick. If anybody here that worked with me that listens to the show or is on Pest Control Humor Depot, my favorite group, that thought I was an asshole, don't hold back. I want to know about it. So, it's like I want to hear about that asshole boss, Brad Harvey, that you had back at Terminix or Ecolab or Air or Scarlet Letter or wherever. And we're live. We can't edit those names out.
That one's out there. It's in the wild.
Gotcha on that one. Okay, the Big Green Tea, Economics Labrador Retriever, or the Scarlet Letter. If I was an asshole boss, thanks, Nelson. An asshole boss, I want to know about it. Because you don't work for me anymore, so go for it.
Right. No,
same with Jack, because he used to be in management too.
I did. And if I was an asshole and you listen to the show, that's fine. Tell me.
If you thought he was a purple, bulbous, veiny prick, we want to know about it.
But a good-looking one. So there's,
a good-looking one, a shiny one.
Glistening. But
you're not allowed.
If it's your current boss, we can keep it anonymous. That's no problem. Just we won't mention specifics. Even if you do, we'll take the specifics out to make sure you're safe. If it's someone that you used to work for and you don't mind giving them the finger, Let it fly, and we'll even throw a couple "you can suck it" comments at the end for you if you'd like us to. Just let
Without question. And if it's somebody that you did mention that we did throw off of PCHD, we want to know that too.
Do we have any you could suck a stories for today?
I don't think we have any "you can suck it."
Damn.
Well,
No, I had a you can suck it story, but since we're going to build an episode around that particular topic, I'm going to hold off on it. But damn it, JT, I mean, I got no problem with him coming on remote sometime. If he wants to take part in a You Suck It, we could pot him on and you know.
It's time for
You Can Suck It.
Story
Dun,
of the
dun, God.
But yeah, so we'll do Asshole Bosses next week.
Mhm.
And tell them about what your idea about the realtor one. Let's start shaking that tree.
Okay, realtors. Holy shit, people. I mean, and you know what I'm talking about, right? I mean, these people, you know, they want things. They want clear inspections. They want cheap service. They want, they want everything. You know, they don't realize certain things, you know, that if you would actually come to us when the process begins, we could both make money. And, that's the biggest issue that I have with realtors. I mean, when the process starts, the first thing you want to do is get that termite inspection done, because I would say 7 times out of 10, you're going to end up having to do something to mitigate termite issues. And it's best to know that and then before you set the price for the house. And so you can get the money out of that. I mean, that it's a gold mine right there. But they always wait till the last fucking minute to do that.
Yeah, they want it quick, fast, and yesterday.
Exactly. Not only that, but it benefits us as professionals. It benefits the buyer and the seller, because we've got full disclosure going on here, which is very important, because you can end up getting stuck in the rear really bad if you're selling a house that that's maybe shouldn't pass muster. And it would benefit the realtor and us both, because we could both collect money off of it. Get it done first, figure out how much it's going to be to take care of it, and throw it in on the sale price of the house. You get commission on it as a realtor. We get our money, for doing the service. Everybody's happy. You're building good relationships instead of trying to beg us after we've told you that there's damage or whatever. Can you tell us that there's not? No, fuck you. We can't. Okay. And I don't give a shit how many other realtors you tell that we won't play ball with you. We don't care.
Yeah, realtors.
Rant over.
I've always said this: they're the spawn of the devil.
Can't really argue.
Lawyers and realtors.
Satan's anus.
Yeah,
lawyers and realtors.
But
lawyers and realtors were extruded from the same anus.
Yes, and sometimes you have the misfortune of being right there at the point of egress.
Okay. Now that said, there are some nice realtors out there. There are some very ethical realtors out there, but damn, they're needles in haystacks, man.
Yeah, the one that I used for my purchases, she's an absolute gem of a person.
The lady that helped Ellen and I out with finding our homes, top notch. And God rest her soul, because we're old and that was a long time ago. But anyway, yeah, I mean, they're out there, and those are the ones, and that goes for any type of sales positions, that you hold, regardless of the business or the industry. The same thing with pest control. I feel like the best, most ethical salespeople in pest control are the ones that were in the service side to begin with.
Agreed. Most
certainly. I could speak volumes about the ethical practices of my brother Daryl, doing what he does. He was a technician for a long time before he went into sales. He went into sales, and the dude not only has made a really good living out of it, but also does it with a servant's heart, and does it right, does it smart, and doesn't sugarcoat, try to bullshit anything or whatnot. And he's made a good living out of it. It's good. And everybody, speaking of Daryl, everybody keep him everybody keep Daryl in their thoughts. He was recently had his knee replaced, one of his knees, and on the 23rd, JT's birthday eve, he will be getting the other one replaced.
Oh
So,
shit! When is his birthday? Like yesterday, the day before?
the 19th. Yeah, Juneteenth was Daryl's birthday. And he
That's
is
Juneteenth
almost
birthday,
as old as the Emancipation Proclamation that Juneteenth celebrates. But that said, yeah, his birthday was yesterday.
Pesterden's favorite Uber driver.
Absolutely, yeah, he was the Uber driver to the stars and the Starries. Didn't he give you a ride?
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
very good.
But something just popped in my head. Being a father son here, and him not getting in pest control, me being in pest control, he'd hear me complain about all kinds of shit. But what have I always told you when it comes to insects, wasps, and bugs and stuff? That the only time you should panic is
When you panic.
right when I panic.
That absolutely, yeah. There you go.
Yeah, because he's a very seasoned veteran in pest control.
Exactly, yeah. And the only time I panic is when I don't have Jack around to panic first.
Yeah, that's I do panic like a little girl. I panic like a little girl.
Like a little girl. Now it's the time on Sprockets when we dance.
Sprockets.
Oh shit.
But no, he's had to listen to me complain. Come on, sweating, hot, tired, angry, dirty, stinky,
Drinking summer shandy.
Yeah, and then getting out on the balcony when I was in Pennsylvania drinking summer shandy. Just
summer shandies.
Which
shandy do you like? The Leinen or the Leinenkugels?
Yes, Leinenkugels.
Leinenkugels.
That's what I had. What I had on the show. Was it last week? I had Leinenkugels.
Yeah, you had Leinies. You had the Leinies last time.
I do like
I drank. I never had their shandy, but I've tried their berry vice. I got the worst freaking headache off of that stuff.
I do want to. I did make a request for Dad on the occasion, like after my 21st birthday, when I come back up. Like, is it up or down again?
Down.
Come back to Virginia. I wanted him to ice me.
Smirnoff Ice.
He's like, so basically, icing is like
bros icing bros. I get it.
Yeah, it's like for those uninitiated here, icing is, I think, frat boy culture. I don't know, but essentially,
it is.
You basically trick someone into finding a Smirnoff Ice. You got to be slick with it. You can't just like, oh, Smirnoff Ice. You got to be slick with it, like rickrolling someone.
But I'm a bull in a china shop. I'm not really slick about much.
Yeah.
So
for 1 second, Dad. And
for 1 second, yes, there's work with me here.
Yeah, and once you find like the ice, once it is shown to you, it is law. You have to get on one knee and chug the whole bottle.
Oh, that's not a hard thing to do.
Oh.
But it's Smirnoff Ice. So you're going to turn to the long.
Smirnoff Ice is like Mountain Dew for people that wear the brim on their hat in the back.
It's like Zima.
Yeah.
Zima stands for.
I was thinking
something in my ass.
I just don't want you to turn into a lawn sprinkler of vomit.
I'm not. Don't worry.
Oh, yes, you do. This is his 21st, for crying out loud. Let me tell you about my 21st birthday.
Let me have some fun.
This was a long ass time ago. This was 39 years ago.
I want
49 years. Holy shit, 49 years ago.
360 my head around barfing.
No, that would have been 55. Anyway, it was a while back. My 21st birthday. Okay, we went to my dad and my stepmom took me to a very nice dinner at a place called Shallows. Daryl went with me. Okay, and I was like, what do I want to try? It's like, I want to try a cocktail or something. He goes, no, you want Crown Black Label. And so I had a Crown Black Label. It was tasty, It's like I had already had a history of enjoying whiskey well before my 21st birthday, and so we were like, I'm just having a good time. Had a nice dinner, some cocktails, some drinks with my dad and my stepmom, and of course Daryl. And Daryl's like, all right, we're leaving. So we go to this titty bar called the Mug, right? And so I'm hitting beers then, right? And I was like, give me a bud, and they're like, on tap. I said, yeah. Daryl's like, no, don't get it on tap. You don't want to drink out of a tap in this place. It's like, you don't know whose snooch that tap has been wrapped around. Yeah, but so and then this there's dancers on the stage, and they're like, this one came dancing back, and she had a very, very beautiful body, right? She turns around, she's got less teeth than Neil Young. And then she's like, "You want a kiss?" I was like, "Yeah." So I gave her some money, and then she's kissing me, right? And I put my hand up, and she goes, "You can't touch me." I was like, "I'm new at this,
I'm kissing you. What the fuck?
Yeah. Oh, let me tell you a little something about the mug. Okay. 4 years before my 21st birthday was Daryl's 21st birthday. Okay.
Uh-huh.
He made the mistake of telling my mom where he was going. They were going to the mug. Okay. Well, my mom went to the mug, paid the bouncer to let her backstage. And then when Daryl got to the mug, mom came out and danced.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. She didn't strip or anything, right? But she came out and danced. This is all secondhand stuff, okay? And this is why to this day, Daryl does not cry over my mom. but yeah, she got the bouncers. She got everybody at the mug to let her up on stage and say, "Look, my son's 21st birthday is here, and I want to fuck his mind up forever." Right? So she gets up on the stage and starts dancing.
Great.
I heard this story. I heard this story. I was like, why the hell? Why did they have video back then? Because I know I could get on Facebook anywhere and find it now. But
I can only imagine the sheer disgust and terror.
Yeah. I mean, Daryl turned 20. It was 1981 when Daryl turned 21. That was not the proliferation of this stuff.
Good Lord.
JT, do not make Sigmund Freud.
Jack, are you taking notes?
I am taking notes.
Get Mary on the phone. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah,
I wanted to have no part in this. Leave her out of this.
Oh shit.
Yeah,
Oh God.
I've had stories about the sickest I've ever gotten.
Oh boy.
But it seems like when you get older, if you get hammered, it's like recovery is like 2 days from recovery from minor surgery.
You know what? I'll tell you what, Jack. I'm the complete opposite. When I was younger, and I would do a bender, I would feel like a can of cream shit for like 3 days. Okay,
Right.
I'm older now, and I can drink my ass off, and I can wake up in the morning. I'll feel shitty for a couple minutes, and then that's it. I think my liver has just been like, you know what, just. You're gonna do it anyway. Just fuck you. So, yeah. So,
yeah, you mentioned minor surgery. I don't know why, but the picture in my head, off topic, but the picture in my head.
No.
Imagine Dr. House, but all of them are like fucking toddlers. Like imagine the entire cast of Dr. House, all of them toddlers, same voice, same everything. It's like one of those, it's like the E-Trade baby.
Start working on that. That's awesome.
By the way, speaking of which, I will never forgive you for saying Skibbity how it is on a podcast.
I did say Skibbity how it is. Now for a second time.
The only things we're supposed to say on the podcast are penis, and Peyronie's disease.
Penis and Peyronie's.
Penis and Peyronie's. They're related, of course, but everything. We're getting close to the top of the hour. Jack, I did want to ask you something. Is there anything that you can share with all of us about JT that we may not know and that won't humiliate him and scar him for life?
No, sure. Even from when he was really little, he was always both musically literate and computer literate. I mean, he was searching things up on Wikipedia at 3 years old, and harmonizing with himself. He had an iPad, and he'd do songs. He was in love with Sha Na Na. Mm-hmm. He loved Sha Na Na.
I met them. I love that.
You met them?
I met Sha Na Na. My brother Randy. Dude, check this out. I'm sorry, Jack, but I got to tell the story now. You brought up Sha Na Na. My brother Randy was in the Marines. He went to boot camp, and then when he was coming back from boot camp, he was on the same plane as Sha Na Na. So when we went to greet Randy back from boot camp, it was overshadowed by the fact that fucking Sha-Na-Na was there, right? So, I've got a picture somewhere. I think I got my mom's picture. I've got a picture of Bowser doing that, and everything. And yeah, if I can find it, JT, I will send it to you. But yeah, it was a trip. But anyway, go on.
The thing I've always said about him is always impressed, never surprised. Huh? So he comes up with all these things that on my best day I couldn't even come close to. So that's just ever since he was like 3, it was natural for him, and I just thought that was awesome.
Yeah,
always impressed, never surprised on your end, right?
Yep.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. JT is a perfect example of a mind that is constantly in motion. This is one of those things that, I myself, I can shut my brain off and just sit and vibe and chill for a while. But JT, you seem like a guy that's got so many things that you want to do in life, and so many things that you want to accomplish, and so many things that you want to get out and express. I envy you. I totally envy you 100%. And that's amazing.
I put your quote about me as my status. I think my description. I think on Facebook or Instagram. I think it was if I had enough energy as he has in the average fart, I would be able to take over the world.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
that's exactly what you said. Your words.
And you're to put a more feminine spin on it, you are a flower that can bloom in full shade. So you are awesome.
Thank you very much.
Yeah. We love you to death, man. So Jack, so what are we doing next week? We're doing asshole bosses.
Asshole bosses next week. So
okay.
Get us your stories. Tell us if they need to be anonymous, or if you want us to just blow them out of the water, just let us know.
Yeah. I want to personally thank everybody that chatted with us today. The 4 of you are outstanding people. So thank you very much. And JT, I wish you the happiest of birthdays, and may you have a very singeing evening with your dad and your uncle. And just let you know that your bastard uncle, Brad, will be there with you in spirit.
Thank you very much.
Jack, I want pictures. I want to see JT slumped in a chair. He's got to kind of conked out.
You said you were going to mention something yesterday on the podcast, right?
Yeah, I was going to just putting this out into the ether. I lost a good friend of mine, an old drinking buddy, old online drinking buddy, lived in the Netherlands. His name was Ruud, R-U-U-D, like the air conditioning systems. And him and I go way back in the days of cell phone modding, back when the Motorola V3 Razr was out and everything. And I found that he had passed away. So I just wanted to put it out there into the ether that you'll be missed, buddy.
Jack, I want to take this time to extend everybody's sympathies, from not just myself and Ellen, and but on behalf of all of Pest Control Humor Depot, our favorite group. We feel your pain, and we're with you. And you look to any of us if you need a friend.
Thank you, brother. I appreciate that.
I was hanging out at the bar with Dad yesterday, and
the bar. You're only 20. Oh, sorry.
Didn't say I was drinking,
okay.
but it's just hanging out in here, general, and we were listening to some Radiohead and also some of Ruud's favorite bassists. I can't remember the name.
Jacob Pastorius.
Jacob Pastorius. Yes.
Fantastic bassist.
An excellent bassist.
I have him on my playlist now. But
nice.
I was giving him some. I was hanging out with him here, and I was there when he got the news, and I decided to spend some time.
It was good to have him with me. He was consoling me.
Yes, I
took good care of his dad.
Yeah, I wanted to give him the company he needed, and yeah.
That's my buddy.
You're a good man, JT. You are a good man.
Best dad in the world. Yeah. Best dad God could give me.
I'm looking forward to spending some time with my dad here. Not tomorrow, but a week from tomorrow. He and I are going to go on a distillery crawl down in Nashville, Brown County, nice. Indiana. So I'm looking forward to that. So yeah, JT, you're a damn good man, and that dude that's sitting next to you, he thinks the world of you.
Yes, I do.
Thank you. Yeah, that's y'all. Yeah, you guys are the best.
Yeah. So everybody, thank you very much for sharing this evening with us. And on behalf of PCHD, my favorite group, on behalf of SpanglerArt.com, Pestrogen Podcast, and all the other lovely podcasts that we have out there that are our brothers and sisters. What do you want? Did we forget something?
Yeah.
Okay. Y'all come back now. You hear?
All right. Yeah. On that note, bug the fuck off.
Bug off!